He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Love at the Lockup Season 2, Episode 4. This is another new Fenty Beauty lipstick. I think it looks better in person. It looks weird right here, but I took a picture of this on my IG and it looks cute, but I'm like, it looks kind of weird on camera, but we're gonna get it through. This episode, these people. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and become a whole J-Bird, dun 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 dun. I don't know why I keep getting that in my head. It's so weird. Do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video and all the good stuff that I say every single video. You can see below. You can follow me on social media and all that good stuff. Let's just get straight into it. So first up, we see it's Marcelino. I may be pronouncing his name wrong, but Marcelino and Brittany, you know what I'm saying, she free. And you know what I'm saying, they go to like a fancy hotel. Because he's in Vegas, so you know it's fancy dancy there. And you know, as you see right here, she's like, wow, this is overwhelming. Because, you know, they leave from the prison. She's been out maybe like 4 or 5 hours at this point in time. And he like, yeah, we're going to park valet. She's like, you know, we can't like go in like a parking garage. Because remember, she's in prison clothes. Even though it's just like a blue, you know, jumpsuit or whatever. It don't say like prison on it. So we don't know she's in prison. But she still feels like she has a prison feel on her still. Because she ain't took no shower yet. She ain't changed no clothes yet. Her hair probably, you know, still prison residue on her body. And she just wants to go and take a shower and get out these clothes. But no. Marcelino is out here like, oh, let's go look at the mermaids. I'm like, she not 6. She don't think they real. She know that's a fake report. She know that as a woman in a mermaid uniform, okay? He trying to take her to the gift shops. She don't want no gifts. She wants to go to the room and take a shower, okay? All by her lonesome, because she's probably been showering with people for the past 2 damn years. Get that girl some space. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? And she said, like, I don't want... She just said, I'm weirded out because I'm around all these people for the first time. And she feels self-conscious because she feels like they know I was in prison because of my outfit. Because for her, that outfit represents prison, where for us, we're like, oh, she just in some blue khakis and some pants. She don't look like she was in prison, but you know it is what it is. And then... So they walk around. He's like, ooh, look. She like, can I go change my clothes, please? Okay. Get to the room. It was little presents and ugly ass green dress. Ugly. Do I have a picture of that ugly ass dress? I don't think I took a picture of it. A really ugly green dress that looks like a puke green dress. And she's like, oh, it's so cute. But she's like, he's the only one to think that dress is cute. It is really hideous. And from now on, the shopping. Because it was really bad. But she's appreciative. She says he is making me feel like loved and appreciated and wanted because it's rose petals, it's flowers, it's these little gifts or whatever. He also gave her a little book of quarters from like every city in the state, every state in the country. Because when she was a kid, she used to collect quarters, but her parents, who were alcoholics, she came home one day, they took all her quarters to buy booze. So she, you know, didn't have her quarters anymore. So it was cute that he gave her a book of quarters, you know, which means he just paid attention to it or whatever. But his whole thing is, yeah, you know, we've been talking for this long or whatever, and I haven't had sex in about a year or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, we both horny. I think you may be hornier than her. I think she may have been getting down in prison. I'm just saying. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? She like, you know, I just want to get these clothes off. And I feel like she's saying that in an aspect of, I just want to clean myself. Like, give me a minute. Like, he just so possessive. When she like, I need a minute, he gives her literally 60 seconds and he right there at her. So, you know, when she said, you know, I want to get these clothes, I didn't think she meant anything sexual. I think she meant, let me go take a shower. Give me a minute. Let me breathe, bruh. Let me breathe, bruh. So, you know, she go in the bathroom and take her shower. He in the room, take his clothes off, and he like, I'm gonna get in the shower too. She like, oh, are you? And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long day. I want to watch talk me too. No, you want to fuck her in the shower. Don't, bruh, you ain't slick. You was not slick. So she brings up how she would classify herself as a bisexual. He's saying, I know she's been with other women before, and I don't judge her based on what she did before, what she did in prison, but she needs something that only a man can give her. Not when you bisexual. You bisexual, you sometimes you want dick, sometimes you want coochie. It goes either way, you know what I'm saying? But you can't make it seem as if you're what she wants right now because you're what's right. Like, she's bisexual. She may want some coochie later. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. So, but I do feel like when he said, I'm going to take a shower, she said, are you? I felt like she wanted a long time, and he won't give her a long time. Hell, she might as well be stuck in prison for someone who won't leave her the hell alone. Anyway, they close the door, whatnot, and we hear that's this rustling. I just knocked over the whole thing. This, like noises or something rustling around or whatever. I'm like, is they in there fighting? What's going on? That's some real wild sex. Well, sometimes it goes that way. But, she then says in her confession, well, yeah, me and him had this competition over who would give oral sex first. And she said he was in the bathroom, and I thought he was just hugging me or, finna hug me or whatever. And he actually picked me up. She said, he picked me up higher, than I thought he would. And I'm like, well, yeah, that happens. And so you hear him saying, I won because he gave her oral sex. But I'm like, you ate prison coochie? Like, not even clean prison coochie? Like, her coochie was in the prison, and then it was in the car, and it was riding around, and it was even sitting in the desert. You ate desert prison coochie? Bruh. You should have at least, because she didn't have time to take no shower. She didn't clean that coochie off good enough. He ate prison coochie. Anyway, we see that they then went to dinner. And, they sit around the dinner, they talking and chit-chatting or whatever. And this picture's so large. So at dinner, Brittany, like, I feel so good. I haven't seen myself in the real mirror in like 2 years. So I feel great looking at this mirror. He asked me before, do I want to go on a date? Blah, 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 blah. They go downstairs to dinner and they chit-chatting. So, look at her face. He's sitting there asking her basically, where do you think we going to be in 5 years? And she's like, us in 5 years? And he's like, yeah, like, what is your plan or whatever? She brings up, for one, she reached out to different people on pen pal websites. She says he was one of the people that wrote back, and he kind of stuck around, and they just got closer and closer, and things progressed further with him than they did with the other people she was reaching out to. She said, I was doing that because I wanted to have friends out in the world when I got out of prison. But at dinner, he seemed like a bit of an asshole. When she said how, I don't know what I want. I don't think like that. I don't plan that far ahead. Remember, she's 26, 27. He's 40. So she's still young and not really thinking about the future, whatever. He's 40. He's thinking about, I need to plan because I'm older. And you know what I'm saying? She said, well, I feel like I don't want to really discuss right now. Like, I just got out of prison today, like a couple hours ago. I don't want to have such a deep discussion right now. I just want to kind of enjoy dinner or whatever and not talk about expectation, because expectation leads to disappointment. And I said, well, that's true. Expectation can lead to disappointment because you expect someone to do something that they don't do or they fall short. You are disappointed. She's like, I feel like I want to live life that makes me happy. I don't want to live life by society standards. What she's saying is, she's bisexual. She wants to have a whole different lifestyle. She probably wants a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And she don't know what she wants right now because, again, she just got out of prison. And he like, you know what I'm saying? Well, we need to talk about what's going to be now. Like, I need some kind of structure. I need some kind of plan. And I need goals to be set because I'm 40. And she like, well, look, if you're looking for me to give you an expectation that you want, I'm not going to be able to give that to you, whatever. So I don't know what you want me to do. And we can be done now. It ain't got to be all that. You get not keep them snock your mind to yourself. Stop running around the question, you know what I'm saying? And if you would be quiet and listen to me, you will understand what I mean. I'm looking like, And that's her face. Like, who the fuck you talking to? And she said, like, you can't talk to me like that. Well, if you listen to me. And she's like, you know what? You can't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having a good time. She also brings up how he is aggressive, dominating, and possessive. She only been out 6 hours. For her to say he is aggressive, dominating, and possessive that quick, it says a lot. He then say he like took the food off the table that she's like, I was eating that. He like, whatever. Took the food away and then said, you listen now? She said, yes. No, you're not. You talking. I said, who the fuck you talking to, Marcelina? Girl. She just said, I'm going to the room and I'll see you there. And she walked away. She says that she feels like he wants her to give him the answer that he wants. He ain't worried about what she really wants. And it's true. He isn't. He a whole asshole. I don't care what you say. In this episode, he was a whole asshole. He may be better later, but right now, he's a whole ass asshole. A whole ass asshole, Lord Jesus. Anyway, next we have, my face will get cut off or whatever. We have Caitlyn and Matt. Lord Jesus. See, Matt don't look bad right there, but he still look drug addict. You know, he look like a little drug addict. But so does she. You know, both of their lips look, you know what I'm saying, just like I just smoked some crack-ish. That's what it looks like. You know, just my opinion. Anyway, they riding from, no, they're riding to a cabin. She has rented a cabin because she wants them to enjoy some time together before going back to his mom's house, which kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? She brings up how, Matt brings up how usually when he got out of jail, he'll be partying, getting high, getting fucked up. And that's how he ended up back in prison. He says, hopefully with, Caitlyn by his side, he can stay clean this time. I don't think he will. Anyway, he then's like, if I go back to jail, it's okay. I don't want to go back, but if I go back, I'll be okay because I'll be thriving because I thrive in any situation. You clearly thrive in smoking drugs. That's what you thrive in. Drug use. Don't do that anymore. Stop thriving in the wrong situations. You shouldn't thrive in prison because it makes you want to go back. Like, that's the stupid issue. We say, I can go back. Who wants to go back? Anyone who wants to go back to prison just like might want to suck dick. I don't know. Anyway, so Caitlyn rented this cabin in the woods for them basically to go have sex at before it came to his mom's house. And, but they then like, we just so horny right now. Where's the cabin? Where the cabin? Where the cabin? Oh, well, it's a little bit way out or whatever. And they both say, well, we should just probably talk about like pulling over somewhere and just doing it. I'm looking like, in the woods? Like, in the woods. They pull over. Girl, they pull over. They pull over to the side of the road and literally have sex in the woods. Yes, you see those trees? Just in the woods. It's all in the woods. Had sex in the woods. Which means they didn't have no condoms. Because who take the time to put a condom on in the woods? No one. No one does because you're Russian. You don't want to get a rattlesnake up your booty. So it's like you had raw sex with the man out of prison in the woods. Oh, just nasty. Just filthy McNasty. And Matt said, yeah, it was really dirty. It was bugs around. It was, just dirt holes, but it just nasty. It's, just nasty. She says, though, it was the best sex she's ever had because she was having sex with somebody who she feels like is her soulmate. And he said the sex was really good. I did really well, which just means he lasted more than 2 minutes. He probably lasted 4, maybe 4.5. It couldn't have took long though because it was still daytime. Anyway, it was so good I almost want to cry. Girl, if you cry over prison wood sex, girl. Anyway, she keeps bringing up how everyone wants them to fail. No one believes in them. I'm saying how Matt also has to get a job, so that's going to be a hard thing, and they have things to figure out. And I say, well, I guess so. If you think that's your biggest problem, and I guess it is. So the next morning, they getting up, and it's the following morning, and they had sex all the time. And then she says, I think you filled me up with some babies. I said, did she just say what I think she said? You just filled me up with some babies. And I said, oh, so y'all continuing to have raw sex. Okay, raw sex all around. Everybody having raw sex. In the woods, in the cabin. Okay, he then said, oh, well, if we having, babies or whatever, we might as well go get married. And she said, I don't want to get married. So you don't want to marry him, but you want to have raw unprotected baby making sex in the woods and in the cabin. Look, I'm not having raw, unprotected baby making sex with anybody in the cabin or in the woods if I don't think we have a future. Okay, you can't be having raw sex with people you don't want to marry, because what's the point? Like, we wear a condom so that you don't have things. Because if not, if you get pregnant, you tagged enough for life. When she said, "I don't want to get married right now," I say, "But you haven't. You just told that man he put babies in you. Like, where, what number priority is babies? Like, where's your, like, what are you doing here?" I was so confused. Girl, tell me, we got things to figure out. Your finances or whatever. You need to figure out where to get some condoms from. Okay, figure that shit out. Anyway, I'm like, 'cause you fucked him raw. You had sex with that prisoner raw and then said, "If I get pregnant, I don't want to marry you." Well, then don't have raw sex. Anyway, she then said, "Well, not that it won't happen, but like, it just won't be like right now, like not this week and not next week. We can figure that in the future." Girl, the future is anytime after the present. Okay, so I mean, the future is 5 minutes from now. I'm in the future. Anyway, so he has been in trouble his whole life, in and out of jail. And so she's like, "I don't want to marry him because what if we get married today and then he goes back to jail or whatever and he's in prison for a long time and I'm tied down to a husband who was in prison for a long time? Then why are you dating a man who has a history of going back to prison?" Okay. Anyway, so after she tells him, "I don't want to get married right now. We have things to figure out. You need to get a job. We got to figure out our living situation right now. We live with your mama. Like, we have things to figure out. I don't want to get married right now." What does Matt do? Matt does what anybody else would do. Matt proposes. Matt takes her to the little river edge in his little dirty shoes, and you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure them clothes is very, very dirty. And he gets down on one knee. I know my face halfway covered. He gets down on one knee and he has a flower, and he says, "I know you don't want to get married. However, I want to ask you if you want to be my wife." And I said, she told her she didn't want to. But he asked her anyway. And I'm like, "What kind?" And she's like, "Oh, what are you? Oh my God!" And he has a flower. He says, "This flower. Well, I don't have anything. I can't give you anything, but I'm gonna give you this flower, as a symbol. And eventually, I'll replace it with a ring." "Oh yes, of course I'll marry you. Put it in a double knot." I was like, "You old dumb ass. Don't know what you want." And she crying, "Yes. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much." I'm like, "But you just said you didn't want to get married." A person who don't want to get married should not have raw sex or accept a flower ring at the water's edge. It just doesn't happen that way. You know what I'm saying? And then she brings up how we know money's tight. He has to get a job. And then he said, you know what I'm saying, "Well, I want to get a job, but I don't want to do something I don't want to do. So I also want to have fun because I've been in prison all this time and I want to party and bullshit and do hood rat things with my friends." This shit is going to be a disaster. I'm telling you that right now. And I'm like, you should never be with somebody who's locked up if you don't want to accept the fact that they may go back to prison. Not only that, they may want to marry you just so that if they go to prison, you can put money on their books. Anyway, next up. This is also going to cover my face a little bit once it pops it up. Clint is waiting on Tracy to get out. And she was supposed to get out at like maybe 6 a.m. or whatever. I don't know why these people think when the person gives them a time, it's going to be that exact time. They never let the person out at that exact time. I know that because I just have common sense. Because it's the prison system. So they don't want anyone to like really... They start letting people out at 6 a.m. It don't mean you're going to get out at exact... They have to process you out. It's just what it is. Anyway, they have never met in person. They've only talked on the phone and, sent mail back and forth. So, Clint is outside at like 5:30 in the morning because he thinks she got at 6. He waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it was at this point, it's like maybe 8 a.m. His mom like, "Where is she out yet?" He's like, "No, she's not here. She was supposed to get out at 6 o'clock. I'm just waiting. And then she comes out. And then they're together. Oh, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. Lynn. First of all, they look like kissing cousins. Okay, that's what they look like, and you can definitely tell prison has took its toll on her. She looks different than her pictures, but that's how anybody is when they're in prison. Now, when she come out and they hug or whatever, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. And they hugging and kissing and hugging. And oh, you look so much. She say he looks much better in person than he does in his pictures. And I say, how? Wait, no. How? How's that? I mean, I just, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. He tell her she is gorgeous. She's beautiful. He can't believe how beautiful she is. She is his goddess. I mean, he is just floored with how gorgeous his fiance looks or whatever. And they kissing or whatever. She brings up how she has been in prison, federal prison. She also tells him he's a really good kisser. She also says she's been in and out of prison, federal prison, for the past 7 years because she does not do good on probation because she always violates. I'm thinking like, well, that's stupid. That's stupid. If you don't do good on probation, get it over with. That's just common sense. Anyway, he says, you look perfect for me. I'm saying, I'm not, no one perfect. Like, no, you're perfect for me. I'm like, well, girl, you're perfect for him. Let him love him. So, and they both said how it's going to work. We talked about getting married. We're getting married tomorrow. We also talked about having kids within the next year or two. And they're both saying it's going to work. This is going to work. Tracy goes to get her hair done. Okay, Tracy wants to go back blonde. Now, Clint has a budget of $1,000 for the 3 days they're gonna be together. Her hair costs $350. Okay. She then said, I have a list of things I need you to go get for me. You know what I'm saying? I need some makeup. I need a cute little dress. I need some gel toothpaste. I need some tanning lotion. I need some apricot, a specific scented body wash. I need a toothbrush. Like, it was like regular stuff, within the course. But when she got, I need gel toothpaste. I'm not, you fresh out of prison, girl. Calm the fuck down. You ain't got $99. And if you can't, I really want this scent. Like, if you can't get it, that's okay. But I just get this one. I'm looking like, okay, so he leave her there. He goes shopping or whatever. We see a little thing where he went and got her a bra and panty set. $342. Her boobs ain't as big as my boobs. Okay, her boobs are not as big as my boobs. My bra don't even cost $150. Okay, I said he went to something fancy. Ooh, Lord, we say, I won't say no to her. Whatever she wants, she gonna get. But you can't afford. Clint, you broke. You don't have no money, Clint. Clint, you ain't got no money. You broke, bruh. You have to tell her no. You don't have the dollars, brother. You don't have the dollars. Now, she's at the salon. And she brings up how she met Clint on a little dating, not like a prison PayPal dating website or whatever, and how everything he said he would do, he did, and they kept talking. I stuck to it, he stuck to it, and now we're here. Today's the first day that we met, and they're like, "Oh, really? What were you in jail for?" I'm like, "Oh, mm-hmm." And she said she was in jail for fake payroll checks. She then said, yeah, I thought I would get some state time. Wasn't no big deal, so I just kept doing it. But nope, got fair time. I'm like, who says I'm going to break this law? I can just get some little state time. I'm like, girl. Anyway, she said, but she do say, like, she's always, messing up on probation or whatever because she would have a curfew. I'm a grown woman. I don't want to be in the house at 9 o'clock. I'm like, well, you either go in the house at 9 o'clock or go in prison for life. Which one you want to do, okay? Common sense for me would be I would be in the house at 8:50. Why? Because I don't want to go to prison. Don't want to go to prison. So we see, he gets her a new dress. Again, I'm going to be covered up when this picture pops up. She got her hair color blonde. And that's her new dress. Yep, that's how she stands too. Yep, and that's him. Yeah. Just kids. I mean, like, if she brought up how the dress don't fit her too well, you know, so I was a little bit too small, but she got it on anyway. I, let me just, she got her hair done. Wrong thing. She got her hair done, and damn it, I hate when I'm trying to touch something and they be moving. She looks different with her hair done. Okay, she also, the eye makeup she had on before, because when she came out of prison, she had on eye makeup, and he kept on saying, "Well, how did you have makeup on like in prison?" She says, "I took tobacco. Was it tobacco? No, I took coffee and toothpaste and made it be eyeshadowy stuff. If you smell my eyes, it smells like toothpaste." I guess she wiped all that shit off, got some real makeup, but I mean, she do look pretty. Her teeth are very yellow. But she's in prison for, you in prison for 2 years. But his teeth look yellow too. So anyway, they say they're gonna be happy with it. Girl, he loves it. He was like speechless about it. Speechless. Okay, I mean, he's really infatuated. I think she playing him or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, he is very, very, very much. I mean, he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe, oh my, you're amazing. Oh my God, baby, you're my goddess." I'm like, "Oh my God, this is weird ass people." Anyway, I mean, girl, bye. Last up, okay, so Michael and his two women. So we see Megan, okay, and this is gonna probably cover me up too, because I didn't feel like making this smaller. Megan, damn it, wrong picture. Ugh. I'll be trying to not do stuff. So Megan is at her parents' house, and it's the morning of Michael getting out, and she's waiting for him to get out, even though she's in Texas. So she's like, I can't believe he's getting out today. I haven't heard from him or whatever. He did call me late last night after telling me not to come, and we had a conversation. He brought up how he has a surprise for me because I've been by his side and I've been so great to him, and he has something special he wants to do for me, and so we talked about it and things are okay now. But I have no idea what's going on with him because the website is saying that he's been released today, but I have not heard from him. Now, her brother come down, like, I'm saying, "So you don't know what's going on with him or whatever?" She's like, "No, I haven't heard from him. He hasn't called or texted me at all, and I'm mad that he hasn't because, I'm saying, he should be able to." And I say, "Well, what phone he gonna use?" Anyway, her brother like, "So he told you at first to come get him, right?" And she's like, "Well, yeah." And then he told you the day you were supposed to come get him to not come get him, right? She's like, "Yeah." He like, "So you see how quickly he can switch up on you just in one day, right?" "But no, that ain't it. He told me he has something special." But he like, "So what if he do that on your wedding day? What if he out the blue say, saying, I don't want to marry you?" And she was just like, "Oh." So we do see her, like, within the whole day, she has not heard back from him. And so she's like, "I'm not going to sit around and wait with my phone." So we see she's like upstairs or whatever. Her phone is somewhere else in the house. "I'm not going to wait. You didn't wait it all day, honey, to say I'm not going to be by my phone because I'm not waiting no more. You waited all day. Like, you fixed your hair," because her hair did not look like that earlier. It looked real bad. "You didn't flat iron your hair, put on some real clothes, you know what I'm saying, wash your face, drew on some eyebrows, all that good stuff. And you waited all day, girl. It's too late now. It's past just damn bedtime. Bedtime for Bonzo." So, she like, it is what it is. And I feel rejected by him. And the only way for him to fix this is if he be like, you know what I'm saying, "Baby, I'm on my way to you. And that's why I didn't call you. Because I was driving to you." That can't happen. Because, he can't leave. Well, he leaves in Michigan to go to New York. He can't go out of Texas. He can't see you in Texas. It can't happen. But you know what I'm saying? Hopeless wishes, hopeless wishes. And where is Michael at? Michael is in Michigan. And who would Michael with? Let's see who he's with. His wife. Yes. Michael, look at this. Look at this face. Look at them and her. Look at this shit here. First of all, his face looks swollen. Is it a salt intake? I don't know. Something about his face looks swollen. Okay? I don't know what's going on with his face. It just looks weird to me. I don't know. I might be being an asshole. But, you know what I'm saying? He's with his queen, as we see he's wearing a shirt, a king and the queen shirt. And, she was out like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. I can't wait for him to get out. And I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. So she all sat in the grass waiting and waiting and waiting. And then he finally come out. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna say, you know what? We made it through him cheating on me. We made it through that point. No, y'all haven't. Last you tell or last you tell. Y'all ain't done. He has a whole fiance. So, he come out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hurry up. And she crying. Boo-hoo, snot face crying, mascara tears crying, mascara all down the cheeks. It was ugly. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this prison thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? You can't go back. He like, it's all over, baby. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I miss you. I'm like, you old fake ass, cheating ass boy. Get on my damn nerve. And he wearing his king shirt, hugging her like husbands do. But you know what I'm saying? For a wife. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, thank God his fiance wasn't there. Because how would it look? This husband hugging his wife with his fiance there? It would have been awkward. So he's saying in front of her as they standing there right there, you know what I'm saying? My wife kept me sane, you know what I'm saying? She helped me raise my daughter through the phone. She helped me stay focused, you know what I'm saying? I did think she was so strong and she helped me be strong. I'm like, he is a liar. Like, he in her face making her feel like she's the best wife and he's a great husband. And he has a whole girl. Okay? And like, you know, baby, give me a kiss. I love you. I say, you want to kiss me? Yeah, I want to kiss you. I'm like, y'all is, oh, he's such a liar. You know, he then brings up why he was in jail. He says he was at a young age. He's from Flint. He ain't from Detroit. Okay, he's from Flint. Flint is a whole different thing over there. Anyway, he's like, I was young. I was dealing drugs. I was robbing people with a gun, stealing cars, all that stuff, to help provide for my mama and my siblings or whatever because we were struggling. Flint. Some people in Flint do like. I would ride up to Flint and I would be there and gone. Like, I ain't stopping nowhere. I'm going exactly to where I'm going, coming right the fuck back. You know, I wasn't playing around in Flint. It's just like any other, you know, city that has, like, you know, crime or whatnot. But he said he was arrested at 15 for, I think, like carjacking or whatever. And the gun thing, he said I was 15 years old. I had never been to juvie before. And they charged me as an adult and I got 5 years. I said, damn. And he said, like, you know, I felt like I was just another black male who they wanted off the streets and they didn't want to do anything else for me. But I also feel like this. If you out here robbing people at gunpoint, you supposed to be in prison, bruh. Like, no, you can't be, look, and I know other races of people get off easier, and I ain't saying that's right, but what I'm saying, I got carjacked, okay? That shit ain't fun, so you can't be out here breaking laws and then feel like because you're under the age, you know, you're 15, like, he should not have gotten charged as an adult, but he should have got time, this in juvenile, he should not have went to adult prison, so he did 5 years for that. So I'm like, well, you know, that's hard, because, you know, teenagers doing dumb things and got caught up. So yeah, he should not have done, you know, adult time, but it was what it was. Anyway, so the producer then asked him, did you feel weird wearing the king and queen shirt that Sarah bought you? He says, well, Sarah is a queen. You know what I'm saying? He said, but my queen is something different. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? And he said, I want to see my queen. And they said, well, who is your queen? He said, Megan. I said, oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. What? I swear, I felt like Michael was going to come on here and Megan was going to be who we played. And he was going to stay with Sarah because he married Sarah. But when he said, you know, Sarah is a queen, but she's not my queen. Like, my queen, when he said my queen is Megan, I said, bitch. Oh, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. You didn't have this girl marry you and help you out through prison for 3 years or whatever, and you gonna come home and leave her for another girl? Oh, and I'm like, that's why he proposed to Megan. You old lying ass. Ooh, look. I mean, Megan shouldn't trust him either at all. But I was shocked. I was really shocked that he said, well, Sarah's the queen, but she's not my queen. My queen is Megan. I said, bitch, well, slap my face and call me Susan. Okay, Susan, bitch. I was like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And even though we see him riding off, okay, he was, where's the picture at? He was riding off. I'm going to be covered up a little bit, y'all. riding off with his with his a queen who ain't his queen, and he looked at her and said, "I love you," and she said, "I love you too." But that to show you how men ain't shit. Okay, he ain't shit. Why is he not shit? Because he wholeheartedly told that girl. I'm trying to make this smaller. He wholeheartedly told that girl, "I love you," but told the producers, "My queen is Megan." And I'm like, how this shit gonna play out, bro? I feel like he the one that called the show. I really feel like, what if he called the show because he really want to be, girl? I can't wait to see how this shit plays out, bruh. Michael ain't shit. However, I feel like Megan gonna see this episode like, oh, he does love me. He wanted me all along. Falling for the fucking okie doke. I said, oh Lord Jesus, we have to wait till next week to see what's gonna happen. Anyway, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, love,